Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here. It's our last look of paradise. Sun, palm trees, warm weather. Before we head back to the Militant State with a recap of the business trip. So that this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day. Good evening, everyone. Treasure Troller here, back in the frozen Militant State of Michigan. Yes, we are back. And so I thought I'd do a quick review. Actually, all the videos, the 3 videos, actually were posted here. We were already back from the trip. I pulled a fast one on you. Kind of a minor league YouTube baller move. It was just a very quick trip. So there were, and I really didn't have time to do that much there. I was in, it was, I don't know what to call it, kind of a clinical type thing. It was a 2-day clinical. And all the delays I had getting down there, by the time I finished the class on day 1, I went out, I got something to eat. I finished, it started at 9, we got done maybe about 4. And I got back to my hotel. I had something to eat back at, bought something, took it back to my hotel room. I was probably out by 7 o'clock that night. The next night, the next day was clinicals all day long. And I tried to do a little bit of shopping down there, but where I was at is on International Drive. Just a lot of off-brand kind of stuff that was pretty cheesy, but I had to get up the next day for to leave. So by the time I got up and around, it was basically time to start heading out. So it wasn't any kind of vacation. It was pretty much a business trip. So I'll go over a couple of things. The hotel that I stayed at was the Avante Palms and Resort. Overall, I give it a 5. I think the location is good. It's right on International Drive. So you're kind of in the thick of things. There's 2 Avante Palms. And I think mine was the Palms and Resort. It had this building or whatever called the towers. It's kind of down from the Slingshot. If you see those YouTube videos, I think it's of the people on the Slingshot in Orlando. I believe that's the one the one they're showing. As far as like I said, the location is probably an 8. I didn't go Disney World route. I don't know how long it'd actually take you to get to Disney World, but I'm sure it's not too far away. Price, I think on Priceline it was a few dollars more than some of the other rooms. I chose it because I was having a really difficult time booking flights and getting the hotel room to correspond. If I would get the flight, but the hotel room would be gone. I'd get the hotel room and the flight would be gone. So I had to kind of move down to pick a hotel that wasn't on the first screen. The room itself was very, very outdated. If you're just there like I was there for a couple of days and there's 1 or 2 people, it's not bad. I was in the room to sleep and that was about it. All I needed was a bed and a shower. And if that's all you need, then it's good. If you're going to stay down there for any length of time, it's a horrible decision. There's no dressers to put your clothes in. You know, like a family of 4, you're basically living out of your suitcase for the whole vacation. I don't think I would like that. You know, the room had 2 beds in it, a small little table that 2 people might be able to sit at, and a very basic padded chair. It was not a comfortable room. It was really big, but just not anything that anybody would want to stay for a week. It was bad. I used that rental car was Roots Rental Car, ROUTES. I don't know if they're all the same. I'm gonna look into this car insurance thing just to satisfy my own curiosity. I think it's a hustle, and I should have checked with my insurance agent prior. But you know, after working all night and then getting into Orlando late, and it's 10 o'clock at night, I don't want to fucking argue with people. So I think I'll do one on the rental car insurance thing. There is a nice place if you're in the Orlando area. It would be out of your way maybe, but I was eating at this place called Cafe Latina, I believe. It's right on South Orange Blossom Trail. I guess it would be just north of Central Florida Road or Highway. It's right in between that. It's a street with 2 names. I can't think of what they are offhand. I tried to avoid it because there's a school right there, and the first day they actually have people out stopping traffic and letting, to get in and out of the school. So I went down to Central Florida Highway maybe, and Taft Vineland, I think maybe it was. Maybe that's the street, Taft Vineland, and then the next road down was Central Florida. And if you went a left on Central Florida and then a left on Orange Blossom Trail, it's on the right hand side. It was called Cafe Latina. There was another restaurant, Mexican restaurant by it. I had lunch there. I've realized I've not gone to any really authentic Mexican restaurants because all the ones I went to, the music was never loud. So I realize that is a thing that needs to be, if the music isn't loud in the restaurant, then it's really not authentic. But they have really good breakfast there. Cafe Latino, I don't know. They have really good breakfast there. Coming back, not quite as eventful, but see, I don't mind particular type of delays, like getting the lady off the plane. I mean, no one really knew that was going to happen, so I'm not upset about that one. But slapdick delays, I just cannot tolerate. And we were in Newark, and the flight was delayed about a half hour because they had to clean the plane and restock it. And the plane hadn't flown all day. And they didn't have the plane ready. They didn't have the plane ready. And it hadn't flown all day. And then we get into Grand Rapids. So this is getting 11-ish at night maybe. Now, for those of you that might be unaware, 11 o'clock at GR Airport, I mean, is not the hub of business. There was one United flight, our flight coming in, and I think Southwest had a flight coming in. But we had to wait on the tarmac because the ground crew wasn't ready for the plane. And that's just kind of slapdick delays that I was not impressed by. Overall, of the 2.5 days I spent down there, I don't like the crowds. It was way too many people, way too much traffic. The weather was insanely great. I don't know why I would want to leave. I know it's not like I wanted to leave, but it's just so insanely busy in that area. I lived down there in the Point Siena area for about 3 years, around 89 to 92, and there was literally nothing down there but a housing development. The high school was just starting to come in. I believe at that time, a Winn-Dixie maybe had gone in at Point Siena, and that's no longer there. But I went back down a few years later, and then there was a strip mall in there, and across from, I think it's Cypress Parkway. And because I lived off in Dover Plum, down in that area, Cypress, and then to Dover Plum. I lived kind of in that area. So it was very desolate. Not a lot going on there. But it's all changed, and it's really developed down there. Too many people. Weather's great, just too many people. It was nice to get out of the weather, but other than that, it was just kind of a business trip. So, with that, this is Treasure Troller from the frozen tundra of the Militant State, saying aloha and good day.